Hey everyone, I'm Allison and you're watching Long Island Thrifter. Today I'm in the Scottish Highlands in Inverness. Let's go thrifting. Future Allison here. I just wanted to tell you that when I was in my hotel in Inverness, I came downstairs to the front desk and I had a couple addresses I knew of already because I did my research ahead of time for charity shops. That's what they're called over in the UK. They're called charity shops, not thrift stores. When I got to the front desk, I asked the nice lady, "Do you know where these addresses are in relation to the hotel?" And she looked at the addresses, no store names. And she goes, "Are you going to the charity shops?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." And I was like, oh my gosh, she gave me, this is just like the regular map of Inverness, but then on the back, she created a map of her favorite charity shops. I mean, I love Scotland. Finding another thrifter in another country who was very happy to make me a map of all of the charity shops. So thank you. I think her name was Janice at the Royal Highland Hotel. My first stop is at Shelter at 38 Union Street in Inverness. This charity shop is beautiful. It's one of my top 2 in Inverness, so definitely go here. It's beautifully curated, as you can see, displayed like a boutique. One thing I do want to tell you is that the British pound as of this taping was equal to $1.35 US. So I will try and go through things like, for instance, this is a Royal Worcester Evesham bowl, which is £5, which translates to $6.75 US dollars. And yeah, they go for like $12, so it wasn't something that I was going to pick up. But I'm just going to show you some of the different things. Like, I loved these Skechers. Aren't they cool? I really like this a lot. And those were £12, which is equal to a little over $16. Here you could see a sold comp for almost 40. So not a bad price for them. This is a Culture London leather bag for £12, which is $16.22 US. And that was in beautiful condition too. I kind of was tempted to buy it, but I didn't. There's a book and video and DVD section, and men's section is a little on the small side, but there still was a pair of North Face sweatpants, which I pulled off the hanger. And this was £10, so $13.51. Looking on eBay, they go anywhere from $26 to $41. So, not a bad price for what you're seeing here. And everything is cleaned. Like, they clean all of their clothing. That doesn't happen at Goodwill. One of the ladies even said they steamed them. I was like, really? This is a little Devon Cobb pitcher for £5. Very cute, and also not something I was going to pick up. I saw one selling for $37 on Etsy, but no sold comps there. Now, if you come out of the store and you turn right and you just go down about 2 doors at 46 Union Street, you'll hit the British Heart Foundation charity shop, which is absolutely adorable too. I really like this store. And they have everything. They have jewelry, a lot of costume jewelry, nothing really special jewelry, scarves and umbrellas. Some of this stuff is new. So there is secondhand clothing and secondhand items, but there are also things that are brand new that they're selling to raise funds for the British Heart Foundation. And a lot of the stores do this. So you can find some interesting items as you go through the racks. And again, everything is really clean. And I love these hats. I always wanted to get one of these, but my gourd is too big. It really is. I can't find one. It says one size, but not my size. Definitely not. I like these bee pillows. These are £15 each, which is about a little over $20. And they're brand new. But then over here, I saw this Metlocks bear cookie jar, and I thought it was so adorable. Biscuit jar, I think they would call it in the UK. It was only £5, so $6.75, but there's a little damage to the paw. I think it looked better. The store one was much better looking than the ones here online. This one is selling for about $29. And then these are the blue sweater ones that have sold between $28 and $35. I have to say the one at the shop was much better looking than any of these online. They also have an eBay store if you're interested. This is Devon blue, or blue of Devon pottery, which is really pretty. And I thought it was really nice. And then I looked online. I found the creamer and sugar selling for $15, but no sold comps on any of that stuff. They had some nice bags as well. And I did like this one. This one looked really good. But, and it was about $14 US, but I did not pick anything up in here. Actually, I did, but I'm going to tell you that later. I'll tell you what I bought. This I liked a lot. Isn't that cute? I like that green and pink. The leopards are really adorable, but again, did not pick that up. Before I get to my other favorite store, I want to tell you about some honorable mentions. This is Oxfam, which is located at 9 Lombard Street in Inverness, which also has some great stuff. The woman at the hotel I was talking to about the store, she said this is one of her favorites. She does get a lot of good stuff at Oxfam. I didn't personally find anything that I was interested in, but you might find stuff in there. It's always timing with thrift stores, as we all know, and charity shops. This is Barnardo's Believe in Children, 12A Church Street, and they have a lot of clothing. This is really more clothing centric, I felt when I went in. But it's a nice store, and they do have some good things on the shelves. And I did find this pattern, this Royal Worcester Evesham pattern is very popular over here. This was about a little over $5 for this cup and saucer. When I looked online, one had sold for about $15 here a few months ago. And then I went to the cancer research charity shop at 1 Drummond Street, which I really liked as well. And there was a lot of people in there, first of all. I mean, I know it doesn't look like a lot of people, but it's a small store. So yes, there were people all over the place. This I found, this is made in France. I actually have one of these in my inventory. And this one cost £2.50, which is a little over $3. They run anywhere from under $7 for sale all the way up to $11.95, and then another one sold for about $20. It's the Starburst Arcaroc France crystal bowl, but I left that behind. Not worth it. There's some really interesting, that's very 70s. I love that green. This is one of my favorites. Okay, I'm here in Falcon Square, and yes, at the top of that pillar is a unicorn, which is the national animal of Scotland. And if you turn around, this beautiful building here holds the Highland Hospice charity shop. It's right across from Marks and Spencer, so it's really in a great location, central location in Inverness at 1 Falconer Building in Falcon Square. And you will love this store. Now, I had to go back 3 times because it is volunteer run, and the upstairs was closed for 2 of the 3 times I went over there. But finally, on my last day, I was able to get upstairs. But look how pretty this place is. It is so beautifully curated, and everything is just gorgeous. I fell in love with this store, and you will too. You've got to go here. Again, this store, Highland Hospice and Shelter, are my 2 favorites. They had great people working at these stores too. This is a little like Butler brush. I guess if you're in Downton Abbey, maybe. That was £12, and then that was a Limoges little tray of Notre Dame for £12 as well. This was I like this glass. I don't know why, but it reminds me of the 80s a little bit. Does it remind you of the 80s? What do you think? And then this was like a Royal Dalton flower thing, for £6, which is a little over $8 US. I left that behind. Those kinds of things just don't do it for me. And then I went up the stairs because I was so excited to finally see what was up here. And I gotta tell you, it's gorgeous. This store used to be a Laura Ashley, so a lot of the fixtures and everything are from that store. They just have everything laid out beautifully, and everything is so clean. I can't keep talking about how clean all of these thrift and charity shops are in other countries and not in ours. This is a 4-cup measure. It's a little over $16. It's from a company called the North Pole. And I only saw some selling online for 20 US and 20 over 21 UK pounds. So I left those behind, but they're really cute. And there's a video section and then this beautiful book section, which I was like, the first two, I don't know why, but I was gravitating towards, look, Bruce Springsteen's book is here, 2 of them. But I felt like I was in a bookstore. It was so, they're like, everything is so nice and not tattered. And, there's also vinyl, a lot of original vinyl. So for those of you who I know are out there who love collecting vinyl records, this is a great place for you. And then gowns. I was shocked at how beautiful. Look at these little kids' gowns for weddings and mother of the bride gowns. It was spectacular. I mean, I could have spent days in this store and still not seen everything. These bridal gowns, I mean, I don't know why anyone would buy a brand new gown for thousands of dollars to wear for a few hours when you can get a beautiful one that's pre-owned. This was 120 pounds, so about $162. And I like this one with the flowers on it. I thought that was pretty. That one was 250 pounds and about 336 US dollars, but really beautiful. And they don't even look like they've been worn. Just stunning. Lots of little things to look at on all of the shelves. These glasses were crystal and they were only 4 pounds for the set of 4. I think they're sherry glasses or something like a liqueur. This is pretty. This little bowl, I think, was made in East Germany and it's 5 pounds, which is about $6.75 for US dollars. I did find a couple selling online that it's from a company called Dummler and Bryden, but I didn't find any sold comps. Now, a place I was eating at every morning called Cafe de Paulo in the Victoria Market. Look at that breakfast. I mean, that's delicious. The salmon and eggs, I highly recommend. The bread is off the charts, but right down the hall is another charity shop called Carr Gomm, supporting people and communities, at 2 Queensgate, which is inside, and the restaurant is down there on the left. This was so surprising because I'd been going there every morning and then I stumbled upon this place. It was so great. This is another small but mighty shop and I really highly recommend it. It was very cute. This is a big tray of buttons, just buttons. And then over here I noticed this is like a shoe form, but an aluminum one. Usually you see the wooden ones, and I didn't see what the price was on there, but I did find one selling online for $15, and it's British made, but it's here in the US. Lots of little things to look at, including my finger in the frame, and I apologize for that. This is a set of teacups. They're Royal Dalton, tumbling leaves, I think is the pattern. Cups and saucers, and then I found this online selling, and $112 for shipping estimated from the UK. Could you imagine paying $16 for the item but then $112 for shipping? No thanks. This was kind of cute. This was only 2.5 pounds, but it had some chips on it. Don't know what that is either. Lots of books in every store. Lots of books. And then over here, I noticed this really great leopard jacket. I don't know why I love leopard. So this came out to about 23 US dollars, but it was super cool. Down here, I noticed this like hammered or copper kind of lion for 9 pounds. So it's about a little over $12 US. Left that behind too. And I looked online, they run anywhere. This is for sale, so 13, and another one that actually sold for only a little over $5. So stay away from those kinds of things. They had some jewelry in here. They had some nice pieces. They had some cufflinks and little bits of crystal. It's definitely a store I would recommend you take a look at because there are some really fun things. Then right down the street at 23 Queensgate is PDSA, help a vet, help a pet. I love that. I love to help the animals. Come check this one out. There's some nice things in this store too, and beautiful displays. This Inverness is a charity shop or thrifter's paradise, I think. I think the Highlands, go to the Scottish Highlands, because I couldn't believe how many shops I found in one small area. They're really pretty incredible. So what did I buy in Inverness? I actually did buy a few things. I just didn't catch them on video. I was looking for a shot glass so I could do some gin tasting. I know, sounds fun. I found this little posy glass. It's a nice crystal one. It was a pound 50, so very inexpensive. And I thought, well, yeah, I could drink out of that. That's not a problem, because I couldn't find any shot glasses. I mean, I'm in Scotland. Why wouldn't I be able to find something to drink out of? I found this first, so I bought it. Then in another store, I found an actual whiskey tasting glass. So I thought, this is perfect. I'll be able to drink out of this. This was also just about a pound. Then, because as I said, a lot of these shops do sell new items as well as pre-owned items. This one was at the British Heart Foundation. I got Christmas cards. This is the Highland cattle. They have the long hair. They're so adorable. This is a calf. And then this is the Cancer Research UK, and this is another Highland cattle. I just love these animals. I think they're so beautiful. They're so pretty. And so those were the things I did buy today. And I've got more. I've got 2 more videos coming up over the next few weeks of other places in the Scottish Highlands. I have to tell you, I cannot believe how great the shopping is at these charity shops, and I'm addicted to them. I need to go back and do more. Thanks for watching, Long Island Thrifter. If you enjoyed this video, I think you might like this one next. Keep on thrifting.